Hi everyone. So this is my first video and I like to talk about FE and TI in its own assets and then I like to compare the FE TI assets with the FI TE asset too because I see that we may have some misunderstanding about FE and TI, how they are working with each other in tandem, and I want to clear things out a bit. And why am I doing that? Well, I think that I am a TI and FE user myself. My type, I have to introduce myself first. Um, I think my type ENTB. And hi, my name is Chi too. I don't know why I forget about it. My name is Chi and I am an ENTB. I believe that I am related the most with the FE and TI definitions. So based on my own observation and experience and my experience of using FE and TI together, and because and TI and my TI and FE are very close with each other, like they are in the middle of the stack, right? So I like to talk about them and to explain that why we are doing things certain way. And there's also a lot of we know that there's a lot of things that other types say, specifically say about my type or FE and TI in general, that they quite don't understand yet. And so again, I just wanna share a bit and hope that we can see things more clearly. Okay, my TI love that. So let's get started. So first, I want to say about FE. What is FE? My definition about FE um FE is about finding similarities. Like you have to remember similarities um with with people, with even like if it's a person that I talk to right now, or like I am talking to you guys right now, I also like to see that if we share something in common. And yeah, FE is the functions finding connections, similarities with people. But the thing is, we are not alike. Like we are not 100% alike. That's the truth. Um, but Abby wanna get see some similarities in those differences, right? You may realize that Fi is the opposite. They they kind of see that we are definitely different. We are unique. We are unique individuals. So that doesn't make sense that we have to do things um the same, that like we have to do um things like in the exact same way, right? That doesn't make sense. But with FE, they wanna see if we share the same viewpoints. Um, if we have something in common, like if our hobbies, or maybe our own education, like a lot of things. But at least they want to see that if I can talk with you and we can agree in some things, and that how FE make connection, that how FE makes a relationship. um, and FE is the functions that want to sustain a relationship. It's not really about um, it's not really about like checking that if that person is inherently good or bad. I think it's more about I can see Fi users, they kind of have like a judgmental way. I don't mean it in a bad way, but they are very good at like detecting if that person is is actually like if a person has how do I say it, like has a pure motive, I guess, like pure motive, if they actually good or bad, kind of like that. So FI is very good at detecting the true the the true the true motive behind. But FE isn't really. I don't think FE focuses on that a lot. They care more about if they can work with you. They can work with people, if they can fit in, if they can blend in the group, if they can find that we have some similarities, some connection with each other, so that we can work well with each other, right? So like that's how we maintain a relationship. It's all about relationship. It's all about two or more people. It's not about its own individual. They don't really like exam like I see I usually like they exam me like this is exam a person that they to see that if they are actually honest with themselves. So okay, I will definitely make another video talking mainly about FI, how I think of FI, what's in my own definitions about FI. And yeah, but mainly today I like to talk about FE and just compare with FI a bit so you can see the difference between themselves. So you have to know that FE is not about the own person. It's not about my own feeling. It's not really about that. It's about if I can connect with you, like the other person, the other group. That if we share something in common, like we must share something in common to maintain a relationship. Because if you don't share, if you don't agree something, with some like agree with each other about something, you probably will argue with each other, right? That's how every user think. And especially high FE user, they will think that you disagree with me in certain thing, that which mean that you may not like me, right? Like why would you make an argument right now, like which mean you doesn't like me, right? So they in their own assumption that we must be alike so we can maintain a relationship, right? They want people to love them, they want to be loved. It's not about they want people to agree with them. It's just that like it's just they kind of their logic, like kind of like TI logic, I guess, that like if people love me, which they have to agree with me, kind of like that. So but it doesn't mean that way in real life, but I'm just saying that sometimes I see that every user can think that way, that you must agree with, you must, if you like me you have to agree with me. And so that's why they want people to share the same, maybe the same viewpoints, the same idea. And FE works really well with people that have, that share the same connection with them, that share the same hobbies, maybe even the same age. Because you also see that because, right, because we were born in the same generation, we will share more common things, right? Like more things in common. So yeah, that's why we connect with each other more easily, and we can defend our own group, right? With the opposite group, right? So yeah, that FE we just want have some similarities among all the differences. Yeah, we just want to find some similarities. And yeah, and also yeah, that's what I say, like we don't want arguments. FE is not about arguments. FE isn't good at fighting, at like kind of defending their opposite, their like their own viewpoint. They are not really good at that. They more about agreeing with you They wanna see wanna they are about like wanna be wanting to feel loved, wanting to feel protected. Yeah, they don't. I see every users um like high heavy user, they when I think their purpose here is about they don't want their purpose here isn't about fighting with um with people. They don't want to fight, but about like they are here to be loved, so everybody love them. um so it is not their strength to like protecting their own idea, even though if it's not common, it's not it's unconventional. So usually you will see that with every user they have a tendency to not really telling the truth, being honest with themselves, because they want to keep the relationship going. They know they are scared, they fear that if I say something that the other person disagree with me, that person may not like me anymore. And I don't want to like they FE doesn't want to drop the relationship. They value the relationship more than their own opinion. They just think that, well, yeah, it's just my own their own priority. They value their relationship with you more, so they can sacrifice um some parts of themselves to trade with your to trade to have to still maintain a relationship with you until some point until they reach some limits and they cannot sacrifice anymore. But that's their own tendency to actually drop some part, like kind of like suppress some part about themselves that are different compared to you and compared to the group, to just actually want to maintain the relationship. Like they want to keep that relationship in the long term. So they have to work on that. That's their main purpose. They want you to like to love them. So they will try everything to keep that going. You know that it's not about if you. I guess it's not about. I think they believe. I think with high with maybe when they are more mature, every user if they are more mature, they actually understand that this doesn't people if people disagree with you doesn't mean that they don't like you anymore. And that's FE as in the higher order. And they every so every user has TI too, right? So I have to explain TI too and why TI go with FE. TI is the function that wanting to find the truths that actually that people agree with. It's not really about it with high TI. It's not about for example, I have auxiliary TI. I don't think that I my main purpose is not about you guys all agree with me. It's not really about that, but it's about that if I say things correctly, if I want to be accurate, and I want people to be accurate too. So I want to like my own dream is like to find something that everybody agree with, that this is accurate, this is the truth, and nobody has to fight about it, right? Every TI user, they don't want to fight. They don't want to fight with you. They just want to, especially with high TI user, they just want to say thing right. And if this is true, then why would you have to argue about it, right? Like things are clear. Things are clear. This is how it works. So why would you have to fight it? Everything is clear right now, like in the clear. So you will have no argument anymore, right? You just you just know already, right? Usually we misunderstand with each other is because we don't quite understand the other viewpoint, right? So we fight, but now they TI trying to clear thing up. TI want you to um just know the truth, and when you know the truth, when you see everything clearly, you don't have to fight anymore. And that how TI like works at in the higher level. And but when TI is lower, when FE is higher, so TI will support FE to for F for FE to gain its own purpose. And FE when FE is higher than TI, FE purpose is about maintaining the relationship, as I talked before. So and so they with their lower TI, they actually want to find some common similarities, some TI similarities, some facts, some truth that we agree with each other. And that's what I mean. If we agree with each other, we like each other. That's how every user like believe. You know, if they have kind of like I don't want to say that's is every user think about it, but I kind of see like they kind of try to be that way, I guess. So like they want to find some common truth within the group. They don't have to be like the truth that like okay, even if it's the truth, but everybody doesn't like, if everybody disagree with that truth, they not gonna say that. They not gonna say those two with higher FE. You know, so they will select the true, that if it is true, and it's also um it also it also is agreed by the group, right? With higher TI, they will not really value the relationship. Then we will not value to maintain the relationship, but more about protecting their own truth. So even if you have higher TI, you will say the truth even though people disagree with you. And yeah, but they still use FE to connect with people, so they will gain more knowledge from people, right, from the group. And yeah, that's how FE and TI work with each other. And again, FE is not about it's not about that if they want to see that if you are being honest with yourself. It's not about that. FE is about if I can work with you, if we can have some similarity with each other, if we can be in a relationship with each other, right? Or and they FE and TI, they are not good at fighting. So if the relationship doesn't work anymore, they may drop the relationship, and they may like door slam you. Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. So here I will sum up that like some pros and cons about FE and TI. I would say that the cons first. I would say that FE and TI, if TI is lower, FE will not really good will be not really good at defending their own opinion if it's if it's a unconventional, if it's not shared, if it's not agreed by the large group. But the pros is that FE want to build a long-term relationship with you, want to work with you, want just to be with you, you know, like they don't want to be alone. Every user don't want to be alone. And Ti, well, the thing is so hard to say Ti cons because, well, I'm a Ti user, so I can be biased. But I guess maybe our con will be like we have lower FE, so we may not see the value of maintaining a relationship, of being in a relationship, like of working with each other, how to working with the partner well, you know, how to appreciate them, how to like see them, see find similarity in their point of, in their views too. I think so. Maybe High Ti has a hard time um to like, because Ti is about finding mistakes. You know, like we like they will find mistake, glitches, bugs in everything, and they want to fix that. So it's kind of like they will see a lot of logical loopholes in your points, and they want to point that out. But they should have a better smooth FE. They should like develop their FE more to have a smoother way, so they can convey their own logic better, you know. And also like it's help them to actually gain more knowledge from everybody's too, right? As not like they are on way rise, they are non way rise, and they should know that. So that the cons. But the pro is Ti. They don't really, with High Ti, they don't really care if you disagree with me. I'm saying this true. So yeah, that's why they are better at defending their own viewpoint. So okay, I think that's it for today. I really like to share a lot with you guys, but I will try to make like to kind of organize a topic. So I would like to talk about FI a lot too. FI is actually my blind spot, but I actually discover a lot of insight, FI insight, like to share about